So, good day everyone. I'm teacher Pia and we're going to talk all about limitations and transcendence. So, according to Jane Paul Sartre, we are not just what life made us, we are what we choose to become. Jean Paul Sartre believed that there is no divine intervention, there is no nature that controls our life. It is our choices that gives meaning to our existence. So, Jean-Paul Sartre is a French existentialist philosopher, believed that although we are born into a situation we did not choose, such as our family, body, or the time we live in, we are still free and responsible for the meaning we give to our life. So these are the things that we call facticity. Facticity is something that we do not choose. So those are unchangeable, like our birth date, our birthplace, our parents, our socioeconomic status. Once we are born here, our religion that our parents gave us. So these are the things that we cannot change. That are this is called facticity, and also with that is also called the finitude. It means that we are limited with this facticity in our lives. But however, though we already have this facticity or the things that we cannot change and finitude, or we are limited with our own body or our existence because of these things that we cannot change, we have the free to act upon it. So those are those free will that we act upon it gives us responsibility and meaning to our lives. And even with limitations, we can choose to act and go beyond what seems to hold us back. This act of going beyond is called transcendence. So when we say transcendence, we go beyond our limits. As I said, no, the facticity means something that we cannot change, like our birthplace. If you are born in a poor family, or you are born with a family that is toxic or abusive, those are the things that limit us, or we call that finitude. But however, we can still have the freedom to act upon it, to transcend beyond our limitation. That is according to Sartre. So, special temporal being, according to Sartre, believe we are always living within the space and time, and that creates certain limits in our daily life. When we say time, it means that like your age. So you're still young. You still have to follow rules. You have to obey your parents, whatever they desire to do. Of course, no. You have all this. You are young. You cannot be a manager right now because you have to follow, or you have to finish your schoolings. And for me, I am old. No, I'm not getting younger, so I am limited with my age. Even I have these high goals, I am a little bit not frustrated, but I feel that I am lacking time, or I am in the clock is tickling so fast for me to get my desire, or to reach my goal. And sometimes when we say space is like if you are in a classroom that is crowded, of course it makes you uncomfortable, it limits you. Of course, like me, but of course I don't have right now. If I am in an office that full of toxic co-workers, so those are the things that limits you, your time and your space. And so as I said, facticity, these are the unchangeable facts of your existence, the things that happens or were given to you, like your birthplace, your family background, your past experiences, your name or gender at birth. So you didn't choose this, but you can choose how to respond to them. Let me wear my glasses. I'm sorry. So sometimes I forgetting. So yeah. So again, no, facticity. These are the things that unchangeable facts of your existence. But you didn't choose this, but you can choose how to respond to them. So like yung lagi nating mga sinasabi na if you are born poor, it is your fault to die poor. It means that you have all the resources or all the choices in your life to enrich yourselves during the when you are still alive. So these are the things that we can say about this. So how to respond to them. So finitude, as I said, no, this means that life is limited. For example, you only have 24 hours a day. You grow old. No matter what, you cannot stop it. You will grow old. You will eventually face your destiny, that is death. And these limits can feel heavy, but they make every choice and moment more valuable. Time becomes meaningful because it is limited. It's like a patient with a cancer. They give more because they know that their time is already limited. They focus themselves to their family and of course to unload their burdens. They rather choose peace than hatred. So these are the things um, that empowers you when you know that you have limit in your time. So you do not carefree. You do not carefree your life. So you strategize or you give meaning into your life because you know you are limit. For me, no. For example, is I am a parent and um, my children are already into young adults. So I know that any moment they will leave us because that's my goal that someday I don't want them to see that they still live with me, to live with us because it means that I feel as a mother because I want them to grow and to have adventure of their life. And I think that my time is already in that moment. So every moment I am with them, I really appreciate because I know that sooner or later they will leave. And that's it. So the more that you are aware of the time is limit, you give more, you are more present in your moment and you appreciate every moment with your family or to yourself or to whatever agenda or endeavor that you have in your life. So you give meaning into it because when we are unlimited or we are carefree, we just say, oh, there's still tomorrow. I'll just procrastinate. But if you are limited, you give meaning to every moment that you have in life. And that's make life more precious. That's my own opinion or how I interpret this. So when we say spatial temporal limitation, we are always in one place and in one moment we can escape time or space. So whatever you are right now, you cannot escape it. What you can do is what to strategize, to make choices for the future. So what does it this means? You can be in two places at the same time, like um, you want to graduate, but you want to graduate in your senior high school, but you want to enjoy your time, like procrastination or procrastination or partying all night or playing all night. So we can do that. So if you choose to graduate, you have to be diligent with doing with your school activities, and of course, you can have gaming time, but it is limited. As I said, no, you can be in two places at the same time. When we say you can pause or rewind time, of course, you have to think of your future. So you really have to be diligent to graduate, to diligent be be more have to prioritize your school activities, because once you procrastinate and you cannot pass your activities or your quizzes, of course you will be having a failing grade and you have to repeat it. So you cannot rewind. Oh, let's go back. Parang na-warp ka, no? And parang babalikan mo yung, uy, tama na yung paglalaro mo, balik ulit tayo dito. You cannot do that. Whatever you choose, happens. Whatever you choose in life, natapos na. Yun na po yun, no? You can only regret and reflect. It's okay to regret as long as you reflect. So, that's all that you can do. So, whatever is past is already past. You can only do is to regret and reflect. Okay, without regret, when you regret, there should be a reflect for you to be able to bounce back and regain your future self. So again, no, you can't go back and fix the past. That's what I said. You can't know what will happen tomorrow. Of course, you cannot know what will happen tomorrow, but you can be aware of your presence, to what? To enjoy it, and maybe in God's willing, you will harbor or reap your uh, hard work in the future. No, when you are diligent and you are hardworking, I hope someday you reap it in the future. So, for the very example of this, real life examples, you want to study and go to a birthday party at the same time, but you can't, no? So, you cannot be at the same place doing different things. So, you feel sad about the mistake, you made it yesterday, but you can't change it. All you can to do is to reflect upon it, no? For my example for that, I my coworker last semester or last school year misinterpret my message to her, and the only thing that I can do is to, as I said, no, as Satri said, it is your action or your choices in life that you can make it to have a good life. So instead of focusing on my ego, I choose to have peace with my coworkers. So I put down my ego and I said sorry. It is not sorry because of accepting that I have a mistake, but of course sorry as I reflect that what are the things that make that situation wrong, and after that I reflect and of course I learn. So through a mistake, through putting down your ego, you reflect upon it and it strengthens you to make a better person in the future. So that's how I see it. So we call that disposition. And you want to do everything. So you want to do everything, but your time and energy are limited, and that's true enough. No, me, I have lots of goals, but I'm still limited with my age. And when you age, of course, your energies go down. So I really have to push myself to do it, to wake up early, to review, of course, and what else? To do my duty as a mom, as a wife. So I have to do it and through myself. Um, but still, even some awareness, I'm still lacking of energy. Of course, I'm getting old. So the next bullet is these spatial temporal limits teach us to make choices, focus, and use our time wisely. So I hope that at the end of this lesson, we will learn to choose our time wisely, and not only wisely, to make a good choices in our life. So next, the body as intermediary. So what does it mean that our body is an intermediary? Sartre believed that we are not just people who have bodies, but we our bodies. So we are our bodies. Our body is how we experience the world and expresses ourselves. Think of your body as like a bridge. It lets you act, speak, write, walk, and dance. But it also limits you when you're tired, shy, sick, or anxious. So your body is your access to make choices in life, to enjoy life, but also your body also limits you especially physiologically. Of course, when you are hungry and you don't have enough money to buy food, you are a limit. If you are old, even if you have lots of goats, you're still good in everything, in your skills, but still because of your age, you lack energy. So you feel tired, you feel sick. So these are the things that limits you. Again, when we say limit, it is finitude. So why is body an intermediary? Intermediary means a connector or go-between. Your body connects your thoughts to the actions you perform, your feelings to the way you relate to others. So for the example, for this is the body is a tool and a limit. But we can work with it and grow. You want to show love, so you give a hug. So you want to run fast, but your body might get tired. You feel nervous, but still go on stage to perform. So it's the connection of your mind and your body, your thought and your body. Sometimes you have lots of thoughts, beautiful thoughts, but sometimes your body is limited of doing it. So that's life. And the question is what to do about it. And that's what we call disposition. So when we say disposition, it is your body's usual condition, your energy, your confidence, your posture, or mood that makes you make a better choice about your life, about your limitations. So your disposition has something to do on how you make a good choices in your life beyond your limitations. So even though you are disabled or amputated or you have a decline in hearing, and how you look in your life varies on how you will react upon these limitations. For example, for this is you can adjust your body and grow beyond limits. How to do that is to train yourself. Like you train yourself because for example, that is me. I really wish that I will be a US citizen someday, and I'm really wish to be a teacher in the US sooner. So I really have to practice my English, and with that I really have to train myself and be confident in that language, even though I'm still grasping some of the vocabulary words that I'm using to teach this subject in front of you. But who cares, even sometimes I could not grasp some vocabulary words and I have to use my mother tongue, the Tagalog, to express myself. I do not care as long as I want to train myself because I have the goal. And I know that goal, if I reach, will answer my existence, the meaning of my life. So, again, no, this position, it is how you see the world. It is your energy, your confidence, your posture, or your mood to train yourself to reach beyond your limits, to transcend. So that is disposition. On how you see yourself. You still show up even the energy is too low. So hard, no? Sa akin, ano yan eh. For me, like, I want to slim down. Though I have a gym down here in my house, in my garage, I really have a full gym. Not full gym, but enough to have a full body exercises, but to show up, to hold a dumbbell, to hold the machine, it's so hard for me because maybe I'm already old enough. I have lots of to do every day, and I said to myself, maybe by August, September, October, by October, I promise myself I will show up. Even my energy is too low. I don't know. I hope. And yeah, I wish you all to that disposition helps you to achieve or to transcend your limit, go beyond your limit, to show up even you don't feel like doing it. It is being there, being present. It is not having a perfect day every day, but you have to give your best shot to show up. That's it. Yeah. I hope I explained it well. for you to use it in your life. No? I hope I was able to explain it well to you. How important is this position and showing up and train or to train yourself in the midst of low energy, low mood, yeah, low confidence. I hope you will able to transcend or surpass your limit. And me too. I wish that for myself. So, sample of this is body as intermediary, limitation, and transcendence. So, for your limitation, I stutter when nervous in public, how to transcend, practice in small group settings. I get tired easily in the afternoon, how to transcend it, sleep early and take breaks. That's what I do. No, because I have low energy, because I am old, I am 46. I usually have a limit in my sleep, or I have a clock at night, or a time or a schedule when to sleep. Because I am an early bird, I really wake up at 3. I do review. But sometimes, even I wake up at that time, I will find myself sleeping on the table, no? Putting down my head and sleeping. Yeah, so hard, really. Not easy. But yeah. But I enjoy the process, training myself. So I have a condition that limits physical activity, how to transcend, find creative hobbies like art or writing. I slouch when I feel anxious, so how to transcend, practice good posture and deep breathing. I get scared performing in public, how to transcend, start with fun group games or storytelling. So, transcendence, going beyond your limitations. So, to transcend means to go beyond your limits by thinking, acting, and making meaningful choices. Sartre says we are not stuck with what we were given. We are free to create our own meaning and future. Again, no, I highlight this that according to Sartre, it is not there is no divine intervention. There is no nature that makes who we are. It is our choice who really makes who we are or give meaning into our life. So, existence precedes essence. You are not born with a set purpose. You are free to create your own identity through your choices. There is no God-given or universal meaning. You give your life meaning by how you live and what you care about. With these freedoms comes full responsibility. You can't blame fate or others. You are what you choose to become. Though it's so heavy, you know, when we say, for especially for those who are really practicing Christianity or yeah, practicing their religion. This one is really a bit confusing and heavy. Like there is no God-given or universal meaning, so there is no divine intervention. But as our past lesson, we always talk about that if you do not know the answer of what you're experiencing right now, you cannot know what to do when you give all your best, but still the best wasn't good enough. We leave it to God, right? Even the very best scientists, was this? I forget. We talk about the greatest scientist who wrote the greatest design. I forgot what was the name. Please remind me who is that. We already talk about even during the pre-Socratic people, if they cannot explain their existence, their nature, they leave it to the myths and or to the goddesses. And even right now, no, we when we cannot explain our existence, our experiences, we leave it to God. And I think it is not because you do not believe in God. In this word of Sartre, there's no divine intervention. I think it's not that you do not believe in God. It is your disposition in life that when things is so heavy, you unload and give it to God. And that's disposition. And that is a choice. Right? when you already, when you are in a storm, and I said, no, people sometimes experience storm, and when you are in storm, it means that you are in chaos and you are in tragedy. And when you are in there, I hope you find your path in the middle of the storm, because that is the eye of the storm where there is a peace, there is calm. And when that it happens, you unload and you live to God. And that is disposition. The mood, your confidence, your belief into yourself, or whatever you hold into life. If you believe in God, you live into it. And that is disposition. And yeah, that's it. No? So, what is the purpose and the difference between meaning and purpose? Meaning is why your life feels important to you. I find meaning, for example, I find meaning in caring for my family and helping others. So, the purpose is what you choose to do with your life. My purpose is to become a teacher and inspire young minds. And I hope that through my lectures, you use this as an arsenal in your future life, in your future, in your adulting, so you will be able to have good choices and have a good disposition in your life. So, in Sartre's view, life has no meaning or purpose unless you choose it and live it fully. To be authentic, to be the authenticity of life, to experience it, and to have a choice in life. Man is nothing else but what he makes of himself. Jean Paul Sartre. And I hope um, this lesson really helps you to navigate your future self. Bye for now.